Welcome back everyone to Mystic by Colette, the channel dedicated to helping you empower yourself, rewrite your story, and claim your I am. This week, the question or the theme is timing, and in regards to, is it the right time, and how do I know I'm doing things at the right time? So we're going to get right to the reading, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit more. I have the 3 cards ready for our reading this week, and before I start, I want to remind people that the question or the theme for the week is timing. And that can be about, how do I know it's the right time, or why is it taking so long? But anything to do with time is, I guess, what I want to focus on this week. All right, our first card from the Mystic Bliss deck is I Am Joy. And the message of I Am Joy is about tapping into being content in your moment, in the now, not worrying about whether it's the right time or the wrong time or why it's taking so long. I think we want to be joyful in the process. And that's very similar to the conversation I was having with my friend today with regards to that question of how do we know that we're still on the right track and that this extra time that it's taking isn't part of the purpose and part of the plan. So, but if we're having fun, if we're enjoying what we're doing, if we're having, breakthroughs for ourselves, then it's the right time. Be joyful in that. The Bliss deck is about change and transformation. So I'm going to just repeat that this is about changing how you see delays and confusion about time and why things may be not progressing as well as you would like. Our second card is I Am Aware. And in the Mystic Journey deck, which this is from, I have the 4 categories of the Maiden, Warrior, Mother, and Crone. And in this particular case, I have a crone, as indicated by the earth symbol on the bottom corners, or actually all the corners. Earth is the element of the crone, and we are speaking about tapping into foundational stuff here, information, wisdom, trust, depth of perception. And here we're speaking about I am aware that everything happens in its own time. I'm going to hazard a guess on that's where this is leading. And the component of looking within or trusting what's already inside, or that that the gift will come when it's the right time. I wanted to just come back to this card briefly because of the mist element that I didn't speak about here is the stone that she is sitting on, foundation, rock steady, and we have, of course, the concept that time can be solid, but also, as indicated by the wings, can also be very fluid. I kind of missed that earlier, but thanks for your patience. We go back if we have to. Another reference to Earth is the North in this deck. This card is sitting in the North, and it is from the Mystic Men of Magic or Mystic Magic deck. And the concept of the North, for all intent and purpose, brings us back to Earth and stability, tranquility, a time of rest. And I want to speak about the card I am processing being how it is for many reasons that the best thing to be doing now or at this time is to process the information you already have. You can't push, you can't rush. When you do try to push and rush, things get stalled or things happen for the wrong reasons at the wrong time. So allow things to process through at the right time or on their own schedule. We can't really second guess divine timing. I am processing is also relating to the action of pausing as much as it is about an action. But it's an inward process. So we're talking about the earth and inward. We're looking within, being aware of what's already in place, finding joy in all of that. And when we are in the flow of time, however we perceive it, then everything is going to fall into place. So is it the right time? Yes, it is the right time to be in this now and enjoy the now. We'll go back to the other camera and talk a little bit more about the cards. And now I also want to thank my friend Jen for the conversation that brought up this wonderful topic for this week. I think that was pretty powerful for the theme with regards to timing. There's quite a bit of information there, and especially around divine timing and how we don't really have a whole lot of control as to when things are going to happen or when they won't. And that was a huge awareness this week for me, or a good reminder anyways. Our first card from the Bliss deck was I Am Joy, and this card just reminds you that no matter what is happening now, be joyful in the now. And it's important to find joy in everything. And again, a joyful heart knows change and prosperity. So if you allow change at its right time, then you will find joy. Our second card from the Mystic Journey deck is I Am Aware. And she is a crone card from the Mystic Journey deck for healing and nurturing. The question, once again, is timing. And when we are aware of our surroundings, when we are aware of our situation, then timing becomes a little bit more, less of a concern, a little bit more of a point of staccato in our lives. So it's just like, oh, that happened. I didn't expect that now, that kind of thing. So you are aware. And our third card is the I Am Processing card, a minstrel from the Men of Magic series. And this one here speaks about the north, or is in the north, and therefore speaks about taking a break or not worrying about things. Take your time. And processing is the same message, or an accompanying message about sometimes the time is right to not do anything and be in the moment. However, process what's happened in the past and allow that to influence your now. And again, timing with regards to our life's purposes and paths. Well, we need to trust that things are going to happen in its own time. So that's it for this week, and I want to invite you to return next week for another reading. But before that, I'd like to also talk a little bit about how I am really excited that I'll be going to press with the first 3 decks very soon. So that's the Mystic Bliss deck, the Mystic Journey deck, and the Mystic Men of Magic or Mystic Magic deck. And those are currently available as individuals or in a group of 3 and the pre-order at special prices. If you want to know more, go to the website. I'm looking forward to getting these into stores and having a bit of a inventory. And the handmade ones will still be available, just more time in between deliveries for those. So, but for the next little while, I am taking those advance orders. So please let me know what you think. In the meantime, guys, subscribe, comment below, talk about, some of the things that you were feeling that you were pushing or rushing, and found out that the best timing was to just, best thing to do in the now was possibly just to let it go. But anyways, share your experiences, talk about timing and how that affects you. And, when is the right time? Okay, guys, thanks again. Take care.